The world is filled to the brim with monsters, and these are not the type of monsters that hide underneath your bed. These monsters are real. Vampires, fairies, gods, and monsters exist. And in this story, we're focusing on a hitman in this crazy, messed up world and coming to terms with the choices he has made. Welcome to my channel, and this is the Healer in the Dark. If you are not subscribed, please do so. Drop a like, leave a comment. It really helps me a lot. To you guys, it's just a nanosecond, but to me, it means the world. Now, let us begin, because our story starts out in a simple motel. We are introduced to our main character, Donny. He came to this motel looking for someone, Mr. Cooper, and as he knocked on the door, Mr. Cooper introduced himself and said, I'm coming. Let me get my coat. As he slammed the door, Donny, of course, knew what was coming next. He's an experienced hitman, and this man was a werewolf. As he barged right out, as soon as he transformed, Donny was ready with his gun. 2 shots in his chest. He dropped to the floor. 2 shots in his head. Confirmed the kill. His job was done. Later that day, he went back to a loving home. It always amazed me this type of people that would do terrible things and just come back home to a loving family. Well, that was then. He had to face reality, because this is now, and he had no family left. He was alone, retired. He was a piece of shit, and piece of shit still need to eat. So he looked for a job. He went back to his broker, and his broker offered him a job that honestly was beneath him. But you see, when you're down on your luck, you don't get to pick your assignments. This job is an escort job, escorting a package with Big Molly Bloom. I expect you to do it right, and I expect you to be on time. Now, he knew he had no choice, so he bowed his head and accepted the gig. In a completely separate location, his same broker had some people out. Rather, they had submitted the package to him. They brought it to his doorstep. Unknown to them, that was their biggest mistake, because they were about to die miserably. You see, this world is broken into people who are special and people who are not. Human beings were called ephemerals, and they were basic. The fairies were the big boys, and just right underneath the fairies were the changelings. Now, a changeling came to kill these guys, and he was very, very good at what he does. Very good, in fact, that he wanted the package for himself. He demanded to know its location. Now, mind you, this was an impossible ask because the broker obviously had the package. He just wanted to know its exact location, which was impossible because it was being transported. He didn't like the answer though. Yeah, another body to his body count. Donny did not know what he was stepping into. All he knew was he had to do a job with Big Molly, and he pulled up, and she was as nice as ever. Hello, Donny. Hello, Molly. How you doing? I'm good. Get in, get in. You're letting the AC out. You know what's in the package? She said, fuck no. Are you a rookie? Don't ask no question like that. We just deliver. We never ask. Cool? Cool. Let's move. Everything was going like butter until the changeling found the broker. Hello, Mr. Orlander. I need to know where the package is. This guy just pulled up to his office, killed his secretary, and now he's demanding answers? Yeah, tough. Hey man, the package is gone. I'm sorry, you're too late. But maybe I can help you with something. Take a seat, alright? He poured him a glass and started spilling everything. The package is heading to New Mexico. I have a bunch of my people delivering it. Donny and Molly. I'll give you the license plate and everything you would need to find them. Now you would be confused. He hired them for this job. Why the hell is he turning so quickly? Well, that's a mystery. Well, not really. The world is messed up. Things are different. Humanity has been seen as a plague by the earth itself. So the earth provided countermeasures, creatures dangerous enough to keep humanity in check. He just honestly likes to place the best bet. And he was betting against his people. That was a dick move, but still, it was a wise choice. But you see, not everyone thought this was a wise choice. Some people saw this as stupid, because right outside, a cop was listening. She bugged the office, of course, and now she had the information, the license plate, and the names of the agents escorting the package. She had everything she needed. Only problem was, she was not going to like how this ended. You see, Donny's vibe was cool. He was just here to do his job, get paid. He didn't know all the players that were starting to enter this board game. And honestly, he would stand his ground well. The only problem was, Molly found out what was coming early. You see, the broker called her ahead and let her know that, yeah, a changeling is going to be pulling up. Be prepared, shorty. He was dangerous, but so were they. Hey, Donny, I'm going to take a leak, alright? Watch the car, watch the package. But when he went back, he saw the package. He saw it in all its form. It was a woman, a little fairy. Hello, Mr. Donny, sir. I've been kidnapped. I need your help. My name is Maya. I'm the daughter of Dimitri, king of the fairies. Yeah, this ain't no small road trip, dog. You just entered a scenario you never want to be in. Some of the most powerful people on Earth want your head, and some of the most powerful people outside of Earth just want his daughter back, and he will do anything to get it. But he wasn't the only one that was desperate. You see, the cop was trying to bust the broker. She tracked Donny and Molly down to the station. They had to move quickly. Unknown to her, Donny had a problem of his own. Hey, shh, don't talk. Alright, you put us in danger. What can I do for you? We're in danger, sir. My father, he does not play. He definitely will have some people searching for me. We're in danger. Now, he had already broken the rules. He wasn't supposed to know the package. Worst of all, Molly was pulling up. Thankfully, the princess could shrink. So, she got in his pocket. He closed up the box and acted like nothing happened. They had a package to deliver. So, they pulled away. They started driving. But the thing is, the cops, well, they blocked off the road. You see, the police from earlier, she called for backup, and they were here to stop this car. Unknown to them, these two were fucking dangerous. They were not just regular delivery people, they were freaking hitmen, and they were professional with it. They dropped bodies on bodies on bodies. Cops, whoever. If you're in their way, you die. That's the job. Therein lies the problem. What is a hitman to a king? Because a king is missing his daughter. His enemies, his political enemies, thought it was smart to kidnap her because she was his weakness. He would never allow that. Never. The fairies lived in space, on the moon to be exact. Going to Earth, well, it was a big ask. It was a big task. They had no spaceship, so they had to rely on magic. They needed an agent on the ground. So, it was time to call up Galvanus. And Galvanus was a problem. Others spoke up against it, but he was the king. His word was law. So, it was to be done. Back with Donny, though, Molly had to take another break. And as soon as she was clear, the princess came out. He said, stop that. Don't be doing that shit. You get us both killed. Explain this to me so I don't have it messed up in my head. What is the issue? Why are people so hell-bent on getting you? What is so special about you, princess? And so she began to tell the story. A story about a king. A story about Dimitri, her father. He was a good king, of course, until he wasn't. She never saw this until she stepped out of the castle, and then she realized her father was truly evil. He was a dictator, a ruler, a cruel man. It should come as no surprise that the enemies of her father decided, hey, let's kidnap this bitch. And they did, swiftly. Now you know. Information was key. He had the information. The cop, however, was disappointed. Her road stop did not have any results. They were still on the loose. She had to report to her superiors, and when she did not expect what was going to come next, because no matter how powerful she thinks her people are, there are always people above him. Her superior called the broker ASAP like, yeah, my girl is on your people's tail. What do you want me to do about it? Broker said, nothing. Thanks for the information. I'll send you some extra money later. He called Molly like, yeah, I have a threat for you. Someone is pulling up behind you. Be mindful. Don't stay in one place too long. Move. They of course didn't know that Donny was compromised. I don't blame him, really. She was a princess, a daughter who found out her father was a monster. He could kind of relate. When Molly came back, he was like, yeah, let's move. Everything was cool. The package was still sealed, right? Wrong. We take a brief flashback into his past to see the relationship he developed with his daughter. He used to take her on jobs, which was absolutely fucked up. Why would you do that when you're a hitman? She witnessed her father kill, and that most definitely broke something inside of her. He didn't know this, but he's been trying all this time to contact her. His mind was so full of thoughts, he'd never noticed someone was watching. The second he realized this, well, it was on go. He was about to take her out, until the car blew up. Whoa, what the hell was that? Molly! He had a hostile in front of him, but she takes priority. He ran outside only to find her on her knees, and the freaking changeling holding a gun to her head. You have a package for me. I need it back. Choices, choices, choices. He had to make a choice like this before, because one time, someone actually found his house. His wife was bound. He pulled up to his crib, knowing full well they were torturing her. He came here to bring death, and everyone who crossed his path, well, it was his house. How the hell did you think you were going to survive this? Everyone died. Every single one of them. He saved his wife. He did the right thing, right? Wrong. She slapped the shit out of him. Where's my daughter? He said, she's safe. She's always safe. Nah, it was done. She was broken. I'm out, man. I can't do this no more. Which brings us to now. He had a choice to make. Was he going to drop this changeling or allow Molly die? He was a dangerous man. He was a good shot. Even the changeling knew about him. But you see, he was retired. I think you miss. You think you're golden? Go for it. But just know, you miss, she dies. At that moment, the princess made a choice. She jumped out of his pocket, and he saw her like Maya. He knew her personally, but this was a problem. He let his guard down. He was open, and the cop, well, she took him out, headshot. But his blood got splashed on Molly. And if you know about changeling blood, it's a messed up psychedelic. She could see nothing but absolute madness. He had a choice to make. Molly was safe, of course, but now he had to leave this place. He took the whip, leaving Molly behind with the cop. Bad move. The broker heard all of this, of course, and well, he was unhappy to say the least. This is weird. Interesting, but weird. Back with Donny though, Maya couldn't stop asking questions. Are you taking me back to my father? Where are we going? What do we do? He just said, girl, chill. Trust me, I'll get you somewhere safe. But there was nowhere safe because Galvanus was coming. He was a magic user, of course. And with the help of the magic users on the moon, he was able to transfer planes. He was now on Earth. And the council, well, they watched his actions. They did not like how the king used to operate. They could do nothing but watch. They were going to see the king's actions through his soldier, through Galvanus. Donny, on the other hand, was trying to play White Knight, the great protector. Unknown to him, someone was coming, someone quite powerful. He got a motel, and him and Molly shared a room. He tried to contact his kid again, no response. Now, all he could do was wait. Molly and the cop, though, well, they had their own road trip, and she wanted all the information possible, but you see, Molly was no snitch. Regardless, though, she had a plan, and probably Molly should have turned at this point. Because the broker was playing shady shit behind the scenes. A congresswoman was in his office throwing a fit. Why? I don't know. We will find out, but it's because of bad business. He told her, relax, everything will be okay, alright? She said, cool, I'ma trust you for now, and left. It's quite apparent this brother was playing like 4 or 5 sides. Come to find out, he was working with the Fairy Council. What the hell? They were the ones in charge. They were the ones that planned the kidnapping of the king's princess, and now they're working with a human? Ay, ay, ay. Donny really did not know what the fuck was going on. He was protecting a ticking time bomb. And worst of all, in one night, everything fell apart. They were both trying to get some sleep when suddenly his room became outside, and outside became his room. Maya was gone. Everything just fell apart in an instant. Yeah, it gets wicked cool really fast. And if you want to find out more, please subscribe and drop a comment below, because I'm breaking down this whole story if you guys will let me. Peace and love.